Mm. Rex, you didn't need to unmute to tell us that.
I did, though. I miss you guys up.
We don't miss you, fam.
Yeah, you did.
Not at all.
You did. It's all good.
I think Prophets brought you up. I was watching you down there. Struggle. Request to come up every 2 seconds. Yeah, Scott's definitely rugged. And what was your question, Saul?
No, my question for the dude from India was like, is he making an effort to like find friends in real life that want to try it, or like giving out free NFTs? You know, like that's been one of the best ways I've been able to get my friends.
You want as real and as
involved,
honest as an
brother.
answer? He baited me to bring him up as a speaker. Like he wrote that we're speaking a bunch of nonsense. He's coming to tell us the truth. He got up here and just said whatever the fuck he wanted to say. That's it. That's what just happened.
Hey, my bad. My son, that never happened. My son knocked my AirPod out, and my mic wouldn't unmute after it got knocked out. It just was frozen. No, but I was just gonna say I wanted to tell that the guy that was up here that literally the data of the most, the most, I guess, quote unquote, most used or most buyer that is in the space is literally 25 to 34 white male who makes over 125,000. That's not like, that's data. That's just pure data, not like just a guess. Like this is literally what the gap between someone that makes Saul, you said someone from, weren't you saying someone from Venezuela does a lot of the Solana trading? It just comes down to how much money you got in the bank, in my opinion. And that's the gap. It's not a world gap. It's just, it's a financial gap that's worldwide.
You can't think about crypto when you need to eat. Like,
facts.
That's just the facts of the
matter.
matter.
And that's why I always feel like this is what I love about books. This is like when we first started like talking to each other, he was one of the only influencers that knew about geopolitics. And it's like, no matter what, and I'm so glad you said that, Saul, people will even people here, you're always going to sell your extra car, your collectibles, aka your NFTs, they're always, those things can go if you need to eat and pay your rent. It's just, or pay your house note. It's just the way it is, and it's always going to be like that. So no matter what chart you look at, or TA you look at, geopolitics are always going to play a higher role than any chart that we look at.
But what
I think it's a great take, dude.
What's unique though is like if you can manage to get a phone and you can participate in these spaces, you can like find a way to like invest a little bit and build it up and get to a place that like frees you from the banking system and all the like, constraints of that. And that the centralized system is like enabled me to like, free myself from a lot of shit over the years. It's insane. And I so appreciate it.
And that's the primary use case for, places that can't have food, because normally they have bad governments and they have, bad monetary policy, bad banking systems. And that's always been, a lot of times in the U.S. we hear, oh, what's the use case for Bitcoin? It's something and a solution for a problem. But,
the
in these
U.S.
places,
has a bad banking system.
No, 100% I would agree with that. But most people are, blue pilled on thinking it's all great or whatever. But for these other countries, I mean you saw like Venezuela when they were going through the worst of their thing, Bitcoin take off over there and other countries. So I mean that's a real message to these countries to push.
All right, I agree with that. I feel like a lot. Man, America's behind in so many things when it's technology related. Like 100% we're behind. You go to China right now, and you go to where they've got electronics and technology, like their tech hubs. What you see, you're gonna see in America in 5 years, and it's been like that for a long time. Same thing with India. It's not just China. And I feel like when it comes to Web3, we've been building everything that generates fast money. Whereas over there, now I'm not saying that people aren't doing fast money stuff over there either, just like America is. But over there, I feel like they're working on what we're going to be using and seeing and utilizing with true utility and utility that pushes the space forward in the next 5 years. Like they're working on the next 5 years while we're here just trying to pull liquidity from Scott's pocket and put it into Book's pocket. And that's just, man, it's going to set us behind in this space. We're going to find a lot of opportunity come this way and be taken right from under our fingertips. I could promise you that. Just like America has seen, right? Where a lot of immigrants are coming to this country, my parents being them, are coming to this country and opening businesses, becoming the doctors, the lawyers, everything, right? While Americans are sitting back doing fucking heroin and wasting their time and life doing jack shit. Straight up. Please, someone tell me
Hey,
I'm
Books, that
wrong.
was gonna be my point about the DAOs. Was like you could end up with the leader of your DAO on heroin, and that's the scary part about financial DAOs to me. Is like that one integer of just somebody catching a pill habit that's got more money and more clout there than anybody, you know. But I'm big on worker DAOs and not huge on financial DAOs.
Man, I agree with that. 10, what's going on? Mr. 10. Co-founder and manager at Top Dave. Oh, you just wanted an engagement farm? It's all right. You could tell me that. I wouldn't have called on you, fam. Mr. 8 Ball, what's going on? Southside 8 Ball.
Yo, what's up, Books, brother?
What's up,
Thanks
fam?
for inviting me up. I just wanted to say, like, on the Indian guy, like, what he was speaking on is just like a general, like that 10% of people who actually know about like NFTs or actually, spend their time like in this space. I look at it like that it's not going to transition, like the common people or the average people are not going to transition into Web3 and like cryptocurrency until those Web2 uh companies force them to, like the Starbucks or like the McDonald's or some of these big entities like force people into like getting NFTs or like offering them some ways or something like that. And like, I'm not gonna say that I like work with rich people, but I work with people with money and they have no interest in this space. They have no interest in like cryptocurrency, Twitter and any of these things that we talk about in these spaces every day, but it's just like it doesn't really it's nothing to really grasp them yet to this space. It's no way to really get them interested. And I think that's something that we all need to work on. We all need to work on like growing this space, growing these companies, and I guess like partnering up with those Web2 companies and trying to move, in the right direction.
All right, so Web3 is the future of the internet, right? It's the next internet. Like right now, you've got Safari, Brave, Chrome. You got your regular browsers, www.google.com. We've got our internet. We also have our dark web. In order for it all to just change over, Twitter's got to go, Instagram, Chrome, Brave. I don't even know if they're building Web3 yet, right? I don't even know if we're there or we're close to it. Straight up, this is my opinion and speculation in regards to it. So no one really needs to agree. What we have seen so far is a lot of opportunists that wanted to be early adopters of Web3 that are here doing it the wrong way, in my opinion. Am I saying that there are no such thing as real builders? No, sure, there are definitely real builders and creators in this space. But the vast majority is not. The vast majority is some opportunists that are here and just figured out a way to get rich quick. And that's the reality of it. Now, this Web3 that we're pitching to people and selling to people, I don't think is going to be the Web3 that comes to light and comes true when the Instagrams, Twitters, TikToks, Facebooks, Metas, whatever you want to call it, migrate over. When Chrome, Brave, Safari, and all these internet browsers migrate over. I don't think it's going to be that decentralized, beautiful freedom, power to the people world that we've been selling to people or getting sold on. So I'm really curious to see how it plays out, when it even plays out. If you were to ask me a year ago, I would have told you, oh, Web3 is just around the corner, you know, the metaverse. I'm going to be doing backflips in the other side, and my Decentraland is going to be worth more than buildings in Times Square. But I really don't think that anymore. I really don't. I think we're lucky to see 2030, the evolution of the internet come. What's up, Trish?
You're such a dream crusher. You're gonna come in here just crushing, just destroying dreams. That's all you do. That's all you do, Books. That's why I love you. I'm not really interested. This is like, I'm not super interested in onboarding the masses. Like if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. I have a little bit of a habit of really first acknowledging the bullshit. If someone says like, oh, I heard it, so you got to acknowledge that it is so. It's a lot of shit, before you can invite people in. I think it's a really good practice to kind of talk people out of it a little bit and make sure that they're ready. And then if they really like want it, help them. But I just popped up to talk about other DAOs that are good. The D-side DAOs, the science DAOs are really cool. Like sharing data, sharing research, and like pooling all of that together. There was a story in a space about a guy, I wish I could remember his name because I'm sure a lot of people have heard him, who had some rare disease and couldn't, especially for rare diseases, this is going to change a lot of lives because the money just doesn't go into the research. People can pool their data, and they were able to identify this guy's disease like pretty immediately after years and years of trying to figure it out. But people don't give a fuck about like the good, like the public good stuff in this
Signal
space at all.
virtually.
So then I come in with my, virtue signal, whatever. But the DeSci is really cool, and so are DAOs, like kind of working in
Virtual signaling.
regenerative finance
That's
as
the
well,
one.
which is supposed to pay off but not be hyper monetized, where people are like universal basic income, for instance, is being distributed to people in refugee camps. Those people in these refugee camps are able to create create small economies with each other. They only like pay and receive in the crypto that they're getting. A lot of it is like tokens. So there is like a lot of good stuff being done if people would get their heads out of their bags a little bit and think about, yeah, other things.
Hey Trish, I don't know if you've ever heard me say it, but I'm super bullish on the mayor of Reno, Mayor Shreve. She's was talking about making a DAO for cities, especially like in Northern California that have gone bankrupt. You know, that can't pay their pensions, their firemen. You know, literally people that put their life on the line for all of us, running through fires and can't even get their full checks. I really think like, yeah, like if you zoom out, like that's the kind of technology, like that, aka push the space forward, aka onboard the masses. You know, like I'm just so sick of like saying these things now that I feel like it's going to be those kind of technologies, or even remember the sad thing when everybody in Afghanistan was running trying to jump on the plane because they couldn't get their paperwork, you know, flashed in time. Imagine if all those guys' paperwork was just on a blockchain, they could have just checked real quick, and how fast that line. Not saying it would have been 90% better, but how many lives? I mean, one more life saved would have been great, but how many? There had been hundreds, maybe thousands that that could have got through because they had the right one thing on the blockchain that said yes they can go, or yes they worked with us on some kind of some kind of vertical for whether it's espionage, spy, whatever, to the lowest grade that they let go. I feel like that's what quote unquote Web3 is. It's the infrastructure of stuff. Maybe our grandkids and our kids will get to play Ready Player One shit, but you know, there's a reason why we said this whole week all these big companies pivoted to infrastructure. And same thing with Meta. If you saw today, Meta just assigned a top tier team to build AI and infrastructure. So literally what we've been talking about all week, everyone else is doing it too. So yeah, I'm just real bullish on everything you said, Trish, and I feel like that is NFT 2.0. I hate to call it an NFT, but like I'm just trying to think of a funny name for it since we call like funny names like information superhighway. We'll never say metaverse. We're never gonna say Web3 again in like 2-3 years. So,
super bullish on your statement, Trish.
Fam, even like the privacy aspect, right? Security, yes. You cannot rob me at gunpoint for my wallet and cash if it's on the blockchain. You understand me? Security wise, I could see it. Like, you're not going to go and break into my home and steal the cash in my safe if it's on the blockchain. It's going to be very difficult.
Goes into your bedroom and asks you for your seed phrase.
She ain't getting, because I don't know my seed phrase off the top of my head to give it to her. It's my seed phrase is etched on random trees in random forests across the world. Like, for real though, like we keep getting sold on like the privacy aspect of things. Like, oh, it's gonna be like the privacy, what fucking privacy, yo? The government is going to know when I buy a Snickers fucking chocolate bar at 7-Eleven. They're gonna know when I have my period and buy Tim Pones. They're gonna know everything. They're gonna know when we fart, bro. They really, really are. Like, this is like
anything else after that.
What
So,
privacy? Yo, what privacy?
But I didn't know you
crazy.
could get your period, but hey, I'm here for it.
Same.
Yo, I heard there was an Indian up here that wanted to speak to another Indian.
I didn't ask him if he spoke Gujarati or Punjabi, but yo, you know what this guy, yo, bro, like this is why I don't like bringing random people up, but he baited me good. He said I was wrong expecting help from 2% of the world to help 42% of the world. Anyways, as the host said, it's not for Indians. Like,
bro, this is the problem with you.
Like, bro,
this is the problem. We let everybody speak on this stage because that's what separates us from everybody else. We let everybody have a fucking voice, right? We're not God, but we let everybody have their voice. And then this is what happens. I'm just going to let him sit there. He doesn't know we have Shield here. Okay? Shield is his father. So, whatever.
Profits, I'm so confused. The first thing I said is I'm so bullish on the whole country of India and Web3. And literally, 3 days in a row?
That's what I said.
I literally 3 days in a row, I'm like literally looking, like trying to ask my Bay Area homies, like, bro, put us on. Bro, point us in the right
Polygon,
Solana was made by
Solana.
India.
Polygon and Solana would be dead if it wasn't for India.
Yo, Shield, do you want to talk to him in Indian?
I live across the street from the Intel campus.
Shield, you should talk to him in Indian.
Neighbors,
yo, Shield, can you destroy him in Indian, please?
Sure, but just,
right, hold on. Yo, Yeti, request. I'm going to remove you. I'm going to bring up my best friend Zarvel. I'm going to remove you and bring him up. Hold on. Zarvel!
Hey, I'm getting 42% on my neck.
Hello, Zarvel.
Books, you're yelling like he's across the room.
Mr. Zarvel, do you speak Urdu?
First of all, who's talking to me? Is it the books or the prophets?
The host.
Oh, Books.
Do you speak Urdu?
Shut up, Books. Go ahead, Shield.
Hold on. Do you speak Urdu, Mr. Zarvel? Or do you speak Punjabi? Or do you speak Gujarati? Or Hindi?
You're muted, Zarvel.
No, I do speak Hindi. None of the other languages.
Okay, I have my Hindi assistant to speak with you. Is that all right?
Yeah, it's all right.
Give me a second. Give me a second. I will be paging him. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
For sure.
Hello, Shield.
Yes, sir, Books.
Or shall I say, Shield? I would like you to speak with Mr. Zarvel. He is a very, very, very important Web3 client from India. Can you assist?
Sure. What is the
I have wired you.
We're here to assist. I got boots on the ground.
I have wired you a check for your time. Please let me know when you've received the wire.
Checking. Ding! Wire has been received.
Thank you for your consulting services, Mr. Zarvel. We have Shield here.
बोलो भैया क्या बात करनी है?
बताओ।
आप बताओ, आपको पूछना है।
अरे
Oh, he's gone.
सुनो, मेरा टॉपिक ये था।
Oh, he's like,
सुनो, I don't know like how many of you understand this, but like, ठीक है, Shield, hi.
hi. You can
Yes,
speak in Hindi. I speak Hindi. I speak
yes,
Gujarati.
but
Did you?
it's okay, but I don't think a lot of people will understand. The reason I said,
We don't need to understand. Shield will explain.
oh, so yeah, it's already like, all right, Shield, say whatever you want to say.
No, I don't want to. आपको जो बात करनी है करो. I'm here to answer whatever you want.
ठीक है, तो मैं इनको बता रहा था कि जितना मैं फेस कर रहा हूँ फिलहाल, कि यहाँ पे इंडिया में ना मेटावर्स या वेब 3 या वगैरह वगैरह जो भी है, यहाँ पे ना इंडिया में सिर्फ एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए यूज हो रहा है फिलहाल। और ना इसका यूज केस आने को ना ये सब लोग के पास में है, यूरोपियंस, अमेरिकन, ये सब लोग के पास यूज केस है ऑलरेडी। लाइक आई हैव ऑलरेडी पीपल इन कनेक्ट, बट इनके पास यूज केस है, हमारे पास नहीं है। और लाइक आई वांट टू मोनेटाइज मेटावर्स, क्रिप्टो करेंसीज एंड स्टफ। और आपको मालूम है कि इंडिया में फिलहाल ये क्रिप्टो करेंसी के लिए क्या झगड़े चालू है, अगर आपको मालूम है तो।
हाँ मालूम है।
राइट। तो मेरा इनसे बात करने का एक ही तरीका था, मतलब एक ही टॉपिक था कि लाइक आई वांट यू गाइस टू हेल्प मी ब्रिंग माय इंडियंस। लाइक ऑब्वियसली अपना कितना है यार, 170 करोड़ का आबादी है, क्या करेंगे इन लोग, छाती पे लेके जाएंगे? नहीं ना। तो
हाँ,
एक
बात
सौ
तो
सत्तर
सही है।
170 करोड़ से एक भी रुपए लिया तो 170 करोड़ बनते हैं। तो तुम 100 लो, 1700 करोड़ बनेंगे। तो मैं वो बोल रहा था कि आई वांट दिस गाइस, बिकॉज अपने पास अभी आया है ये, ट्विटर ने अभी वेरीफाइड मार्क का अभी जस्ट 9,000 का है। 9,000 तुमको लगता है कोई खरीदेगा? मैं खरीदूंगा, बिकॉज मेरे को जरूरत है, पर बाकी लोग नहीं खरीदेंगे ना। तो मैं ना ऐसे जोक,
Yeah. Come on, bro. Come on. Even I wouldn't.
Hey, we have my assistant. Hey, we have my assistant here. Deep, I'm gonna call my assistant. We're gonna have both the assistants.
Oh,
Hey, I'm gonna have my
Our assistant?
protege, Deep. Yeah, no, he's graduated from the assistant. He's now the protege, the next on the map, the next on the scene,
I'm not gonna
the
say.
one, the only, my little brother, our little Web3 brother, Deep.
We're gonna add the Indian flag to the title. Let's get this going. Go ahead, DD.
I mean, bro, he's not wrong in what he's saying. I'll say that. I'll say that at least in what he's saying.
Fam, let me tell you my problem. Let me tell you my problem. He commented on the bottom
Shield went
right.
against us.
He commented on the bottom right saying pretty much it's a bunch of idiots up here talking about some shit that they shouldn't be. They know nothing, have no knowledge on. I bring him up and he says no, he didn't say that. Although his profile commented
It's
that.
all the treat read wrong.
He finessed his way up on the stage. And then when he got on the stage, he said that the Indians need the Americans' help to be onboarded into the metaverse because we're in the metaverse.
I didn't say Americans. I said all of
I
you.
told him word for word. I said the Indians are more advanced than Americans when it comes to Web3 and the metaverse and all this shit. They're probably building what we're going to be using in the next 5 years.
Exactly when I said I'm talking
You're
about
okay,
the.
yeah,
I'm talking
He
about
then
the.
Shield. He then commented that the host books said Web3 is not for Indians. And now he's feeding you a bunch of bullshit.
I didn't comment
you
any
speak
of that.
Indian.
I didn't comment. Can you read back my last tweet? Can you? Books.
I read it out loud.
Can you read it loud again? What I said?
I was wrong expecting help from 2% of the world to help 42% of the world. Anyways, as the host said, it's not for Indians.
Exactly.
And you tagged
Isn't that what you
India,
said back then?
NFT India, 3D designers, metaverse, and MetaTalk.
Exactly.
To make sure
Isn't that what you
That's
said?
definitely not
Isn't
what
that
he
what you
said to me.
said in front of 300 people?
What?
Isn't that what you said in front of 300 people?
What? Said what?
Zarvel, we said that
Exactly.
we're
I
bullish
just
on
told.
India. What are you talking
Hold on.
about?
Hold on, hold.
Hold
You're
on.
saying that
There's
I said it's
confusion.
not for Indians?
Zarvel, I think you misunderstood him. What
Let me
he
know
is
when to
saying
talk.
is Indians are more advanced in this not in this space, especially on the back end side. Books, I don't think you. Okay, so there is confusion on both
No,
ends.
he
What books
knows.
that?
No, there's no confusion, fam. He speaks good, decent English, pretty good English. Okay, he knows exactly what he's doing. All right, I'm having fun, fam.
Let me know.
You know me.
Okay, can I
I'm
speak?
chilling. Number two is you're assuming everyone is American. This stage is not all Americans, my friend.
Exactly.
Number
And
one. Number
Zarvel
First
two
got
of
it
is
all,
all.
first of
yeah.
all, I
Number
didn't.
two, fam, hold on. Number two is there is no way America is going to help India. India is going to help Russia. Russia is going to help China. No country is going to help any country on board to any metaverse, fam. Unfortunately, this stage and this space does not represent America, nor are we in the business to help onboard countries. So you're 42% of the world and 2% or whatever. That whole shit is nonsense, fam. And
Can
I'm
I
going to
speak now?
entertain this for another 5 more minutes, and
Hi.
I'm going to start inviting founders up.
Sure. Books. Can I speak now?
Are you a founder by any chance?
First of all, like now, when I said uh,
Are you a
I
founder
need
by any
help,
chance, sir?
I need help from you guys. That doesn't necessarily mean that I spoke about Americans. You yourself took that my tweet and that 2% of
Oh,
people.
fam, you're full of shit.
First of all, no. Oh my
You
god. Oh
are
my
full
god.
of shit.
Excellent.
You wrote
Ask.
2% of the world
Hold on.
versus 42%.
Ask any of your followers right now that ever I used the word American or anyone. I said all of you guys who have verified marks, right? This is what I
You
said.
said both. You said both.
No,
I will
I
sponsor
didn't
your mark,
use
dog. I'll give you
I didn't use
$12.
the
I bought
word.
my verified check for
I didn't
$59.95.
Fam, what do you need help with, fam? Let's cut to the
100%
chase.
I didn't use word Americans or
Fam, what
any.
do you need? What do you need help with?
I want my people like the like I respected you when you told me like
Zarvo,
the
who is your people though? Because we love
hold on
India.
hold on hold on
We are so
hold on
bullish
hold
on
One
the
second.
country and technology side.
hold
I'm
on hold on
confused.
One
Yo,
second.
bro, let's get him
sure.
done, bro. I don't even want to hear
I'll
it no
divide
more.
it. What book said was 10% of the Indians. The other 140 CR people
I never
was.
said any percent
Where
of
10%,
Indians.
2%, and
Hold on
42%? Where did you get these three numbers, yo?
Would you guys listen to me first? Would you guys
I got a
Make it,
factual
make it, make
statistic
it
before he
quick.
goes
Make
on,
it
though.
quick because
Yeah.
I got a
So
lot of
what
hands
book
up.
said, like there are Indians who are smarter than Americans or whatever stuff he said. What I said was like the people, the normal people, the people who can't even use fucking phone. Those are the people I wanted to talk about, and that's what I told you guys that these people who don't even have the recent Android phone want to use the cryptocurrencies and stuff, but it's not going in out here in country.
Fam, okay.
Right.
I
And I
don't
was
know if you
asking
know
for
much
your
about
help.
me.
I
Yes.
wasn't saying
One hand under,
anybody.
one hand
Understood.
over.
All right.
Can I
All right.
answer this to you? Books cannot help with that. If Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Alipay, fucking every single credit card company could not onboard people to credit cards and debit cards from cash money and gold, there is no fucking way I'm gonna be able to onboard them to
You're sure? And how
cryptocurrency.
is that with that?
A 1000%, bro.
How is that
I've
different
got
from fiat
family
currency
in
from
third
cryptocurrency?
world countries that don't know what a credit card is, bro, or a debit card
All right,
is.
all right, all right. I understand that. Like all of your countries know the credit card is what credit card is. But right now, what I'm telling you is like if you're comparing fiat currency with the
It's not
cryptocurrency,
for everybody, bro. You know how those people are gonna get onboarded?
you're
When the country, like what's going on in South Africa, what's going on in Uganda, what's going on in Lebanon now, when the country fucks them and takes all their cash and tells them we're going to give you something else called cryptocurrency, and they overnight you an Obama smartphone instead of a regular Obama phone, they're going to overnight you a smartphone and set up workshops at every public school and every public library after hours and force it down your throat as the latest and greatest and best thing with people teaching you about it and forcing you to use it. Just like they set up fucking vaccine terminals all over the world overnight.
And you know what?
That's
This
when
trend comes.
everyone's going to be onboarded.
Right now, I'll talk about Americans. This trend come from you guys. And first of all, like there is vast difference from fiat currency and cryptocurrency, right? And what you are talking about is your country's truth, not our country's truth. Nobody has ever got credit. All right.
No, people
There's no
do.
credit
People
card in
definitely
India.
Like,
do.
There's no credit
who was
card.
the guy who was
There's bank cards in India and
Shield,
ATM machines all over
There's
India.
debit
Stop it.
cards. There's debit cards.
Shield,
No
Stop
back
it.
me up
credit cards.
here.
Debit is more comparable to crypto, fam, than a credit card.
Shield, back me up here. Like, how many of people, whose trend is this? Getting the credit card, getting out of your home for after 18 years, living your whole life on
But,
credit
bro,
card.
but you're
Whose
talking in two
whose
different
trend is
sides,
this?
bro.
Is it Indians or is it Americans? Right now, I'm talking about Americans right here. Just because books talk about it, I'm not.
Fam, forget about credit card, debit card, fam.
Yeah, okay. All right. We are missing from the topic.
Okay.
It was never about Americans or anything. It's just books.
Okay.
Like brought it up. It wasn't about Americans and stuff. I was just asking all the
Okay.
verified guys to pull the guys from.
Fam, we're not verified. We paid $12.99 a month.
Hold on. That update just came to us like 2 days ago.
That's
So
when we paid it. 2
that's
days
what
ago.
I was talking about. And but
Okay.
that's why, like, that's when you made fun of me, and I was like,
I never made fun of you.
hold on, you made fun of me in front of your 300,
No, I
like
didn't.
like the prophets. Like, I don't understand
Okay.
why your
Okay.
name is book and her name is prophet,
Because
because
I book
she
her
talks about the
profits.
people and
She
talk
makes
about
money
the people.
trading, and I steal her profits. Listen, fam,
Hold
I've had enough
hold
of
on.
you.
She,
I need to
what
get
she
to
said.
the hands, bro.
You know what
Have
she
a
said?
great day. What's up, Deep?
Hey, Books, Profits, Scott, how's it going, dude? What the fuck did I enter into? Profits was like, this guy never shows up on my space, and then one day, I show up on this space at like 5 a.m. and I'm kind of weirded out, dude. Not going live, but I hope everyone's having a phenomenal Thursday. I'm going to say it. Any views that any person from my country has absolutely nothing to do with my views. My views are my views alone, and their views are their views alone. So please, if you feel the urge to associate me with any other person from my country, refrain yourself from doing so. But yeah, how's it going, Books? It's been a while, man. I'm finally glad to be up here.
We love you,
Why
Deep.
is your
What up,
name
Sphinx?
Books and why is her name Profits?
Because I book her profits, bro. Because she makes the profits, and I book that shit. I take it.
Bro, that man was just playing both sides of the spectrum. He wants to
I'm gonna be honest. I had enough of you too right now. What's up, Sphinx?
Yo, get him out of
I've been
here.
wanting to think people really mean well, but then when you got 57 followers, and which doesn't mean much. I hate that I say that now because I got 20 fucking thousand.
32 profits. Oh my God, I'm in
I
heaven.
gotta stop saying that because I sound arrogant. Because I've been saying that since I've had 1,000 followers. But the problem is, I'm not saying the person's relevant because of their follower count, but it's just like, how can we be so outspoken and we just pulled up to this app? You just got here. Like,
where the fuck is she speaking from? Oh.
I know, I was confused. There are two of them.
He figured out how to get free promotion today. He finessed his way up. I entertained him because I was having fun. That's it.
Whatever he wrote in the comments, he definitely.
What's up, Gigi?
What's up, Books? I feel like so much has happened since I raised my hand. I'm kind of scared. Should I keep going?
please,
Yeah, what's
please
going
save
on?
the day, Gigi.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take it back to Web3 onboarding. Yeah, so I don't agree with the point of we shouldn't be kind of targeting to mass on board. I think there's like two type of people, which some don't care. I personally care a lot about mass onboarding because I'm tired of seeing the same 10 people here. I'm tired of seeing the same 10 people at the conferences. And I do think, there's a lot of countries like you guys are mentioning, Venezuela, Africa, so on, that deserve the same opportunity that we have. Do I think we're going to be calling it Web3, the metaverse? Absolutely not. But I don't want anyone to get discouraged of aiming high and aiming to onboard the next million, because we do need to do that to grow the space.
I agree. I agree there. Are you guys ready for some good news?
Yes.
What's up, Bishara?
What up, books, prophets? What's up?
Bishara means good news in Arabic.
That
So
was
I
a
didn't
good
really
one,
have any
pal.
good news for you
Really
guys.
You're
good
a
one,
you're a
pal.
hoot.
I
You're
thought,
a hoot, man. You're a
That
hoot.
was
I
holy
like
messed
shit,
it.
up.
dude.
I'm telling you,
That's
this is why
I
books.
fucking
This
knew
is
it.
why books is a smooth criminal, man. telling you.
dude. That's usually you know what a girl asks before announcing that she's pregnant to her boyfriend or her husband. I was like, holy shit, dude. Is Book's about to be someone's father? I was excited for a moment. I was about to like order some sweets, but then he was like, "Oh, this guy out here is just all right."
Damn, y'all saying you're not excited to see me or hear me?
Nah, we're
That
excited,
fucking
fam.
hurts,
That
man.
was just the deep, bro. 46% of the world that wasn't excited. What up, Alex?
Hey, man. So, I mean, mine was from ages ago. That was just talking about the future of NFTs, because one of the things that Trish mentioned is actually something that I'm starting just to see the very beginning of, which is putting DAOs together for research, right? And then the other thing is using NFTs, right? So there are researchers who are not necessarily with the, basically with large universities or with funded labs, and like she said, there's not enough money in rare diseases because literally there's not enough people, or the cure is not something that is a pill that's taken every day. That's what pharmaceuticals are looking for. So what I've started to see getting done, which is super cool, is people getting together with researchers. They basically get an NFT for whatever patent is filed at some point, like in the future. So the people who are members of that DAO are essentially helping to fund the research that usually helps someone close to them, right? So there's enough people to get money to fund that research. And then they own a percentage of whatever the results are, which I think is very cool, because then they can sell it to another, like a biotech or something, who can then use it further. I think that that's just one of the areas that I've been seeing, and I love it. I think it's it's really using this structure to do better for people. I love that. I think that's amazing, because if you can't get people, like, it's really amazing the research that's been done and tossed aside because the pharmaceuticals can't get it down to like a regularly, administered pill or medicine. That's what they look for. So it's like they can just pull some of that and get some amazing stuff. So I'm really excited by that.
Facts. What up, Sphinx?
Hey, real quick, I just wanted to say, I remembered what I was going to say before. Trish reminded me. So I'm writing a paper on decentralized science, and Trish was exactly right. And this is really going to push science forward. And a lot of it is in the peer review system. So right now, like, the peer review system is a closed system, and the editors of these journals, they have complete control, and everything is centralized. And so for like an article to get published, the editors decide the reviewers, the editors decides which articles go through first pass and which ones get published and everything. And the thing is, there are in DeSci, we're trying to bring blockchain into it and open it all up, so for everyone to see, for everyone to even read the peer reviews, right? So to see. And so you're not going to have like, oh, okay, we're going to favor authors from Harvard or from this or whatever, and it's going to totally revolutionize science. So I just wanted to say that, and I totally think that things like decentralized science are the way forward.
Facts. Bishara, what up, fam?
Yeah, just a side comment here about the patents for I don't know, for all of you who don't know the history behind the patents and why they actually were created, alongside with the copyrights, it's all a freaking scam. So if we want to push humanity to the next level, patents are bullshit. I'll tell you straight up. Like, open source code, open source everything is the way forward. There is nothing, patents are only there to protect individuals and, from, whatever, right? Individuals and corporations. But copyrights, all of that, they slow down the progress of all of, humanity pushing forward the technologies and all of that. Uh, yeah, that's all I'm saying. So whenever you combine like DAOs with um, 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 patents and whatnot, I like the initiative and everything I heard, but at the same time, I just want to like tell people that patents are created to conserve and box in the ideas and box in the all the good stuff, instead of making it open source for all the people to build on top of it. Just like a lot of great companies been doing it, like recently, right? They have all their software, hardware, whatever. They barely have any patents. And on the other side, there are other companies that all they do, like literally 99% of their money goes into patents and legalities and copyrights. So yeah, but that's all I wanted to say.
No, very well said, fam. Sphinx, what's going on?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say I actually completely agree with that, and I have no idea about I've never heard of the project that was just mentioned, but before you came on, Trish was mentioning something about decentralized science. So, but I agree with you completely. I think that when we're talking about crypto, blockchain, open source is the way to go. So, and especially when we're talking about money, financial assets, things like that. So, I agree with you 100%. Yeah, I don't know anything about NFTs and minting and patents and stuff like that.
Shield, I gotta say, man, I'm a little impressed. Not only did you not interrupt once, but the text message you sent me, bro, you came through. And I'm not gonna read the rest of the text message out loud and embarrass you right now, but yeah, we'll call on you, bro. You got your hand up. What's going on, fam?
Yo, anybody watch The Mandalorian yet?
What's up, Alex?
He was so close, man.
He was close.
He was so close.
Oh, it's on? Let's go.
I should read the text out loud.
My son's middle name is Kylo, FYI. I'm not capping, I swear to God.
Just about the patent thing. So this is really when it comes to things like biotechs and stuff like that, this is actually something that is it's for the people who are working hard, spending their money for it. This is actually one of the ways that they can actually be made whole, at least. So I mean, I'm not debating whether or not patents are worth it in the end, or open source. I actually have had lots of discussions on that. Ultimately, when people ask if they should get a patent or any intellectual property that is formalized, the issue is first, does it give you a right that does it prevent people from stealing from you outright? And many of them don't. The second thing is, can you afford to enforce it? And if you can't afford to enforce it, it's not worth it. But for this particular thing, it really is one of the ways that they can actually get compensated for this. There's a few other policies, like a few other new ones that I've heard, and I completely respect everyone's opinion about whatever the their view is of intellectual property. But the fact is, for these people, it's extremely expensive to conduct this research. It can be tens to hundreds of millions of dollars, and it's one of those things where if they end up coming up with something, you have to come up with rules about how to spend and when and things like that. But I'm actually really impressed with some of the projects I've seen, and there are a few others that people are doing some really interesting stuff now too. In science, I've just seen a lot of people really exploring this sort of mutual aid society kind of thing, which is pretty remarkable. And then somebody mentioned this economy that people are doing in refugee camps, which I think is pretty cool, because lack of capital is actually the very first project that started, like it way predates crypto. In Sardinia, they basically came up with a very similar system, and when you think about it, like one of the uses that I wish we'd see more is basically people who don't have access to capital can use a lot of crypto. It's not, instead of using it for speculation, they can use a lot of the products in here to piece together their own economy, which is a little bit of what's happening in the creator economy, but could be done with basically anybody who has work to offer, basically, or something to offer. You could use a crypto platform to compensate people and essentially use like recreate money from the start, which I think is a really fascinating concept. I love these sort of ground roots projects where people are saying, look, I don't have access to things, but I can use this system to recreate the benefits that thing had that I can't get access to. So I'm going to create a different kind of access. And it's remarkable. It's really remarkable. The creativity of people in this space is just fantastic. It's really great.
Very, very well said. Guys, listen, I really want some good project founders to come up today. I'm dying to hear, like, I want good shills. Like, if you're a project founder and you got a good shill, I'll start loading up the ETH right now. I know that there's a lot of people on this stage that they're ready to. Guys, if you're ready to load up some ETH for a good project founder shill right now, please give me a thumbs
Jack
up.
Butcher gave me 20 ETH books. I'm fucking ready.
Bruh, look at that. Everybody except Gigi is loading up the ETH right now. Bishara is driving. I know for a fact he's loading up ETH. Look at this. This is freaking beautiful. Papa ET, are you a project founder? Great. I might even bring up Mr. Zarvel. I don't know if he's a project founder or not, but I'd love to find out. Mr. Zarvel, are you a project founder, sir? Mr. Zarvel,
Yes.
are you a project founder?
Oh, well, I do have a project, but I don't know like if it's compatible with like talking to you.
We're loading up ETH right now, and we were wondering if you were interested in sharing your project with us.
Yes, for example, right now, like it's all about.
Yes, Ikhtak, I want to hear from Marlon. Hold on. Marlon Pruz, are you a project founder?
No, not Marlon. Not Marlon. Not Marlon.
Why not?
He's the guy that draws the spaces.
Oh no,
So
definitely
the key
not
in my
Marlon.
opinion,
I mean, anybody
in my
can get it,
game,
Shield.
Kick.
You know that.
I'm not no project
No, I'm
founder,
just saying.
but
I
I'm
just
the
want to say
lead
that I'm
developer
drawing.
of a
I'm about to finish
project
the
called
space.
OK
The
Bears
drawing
Yacht
of the
Club,
spaces right
and
now. So
essentially
it's coming out
my
sick.
What's up, Darren?
strategy and approach.
Hey, how's it going? Oh,
What's up, bro?
I saw something and I was just trying to get your thoughts on it.
Let me
It
lower
was
this for a little
about
bit.
let me pull it up right now. It's saying
What are you
My
selling?
strategy and approach would be essentially
it's like a
to
news article I found.
hop on these spaces and be like a normal attendant before I decide to chill. Kind of like gain rapport with people and
The rich get richer.
So, fam, so 100%
like build a relationship first. But yeah, we're gonna tune back in.
I don't know. I didn't read too much into it. I just kind of saw that and I was like I don't know if this is something to be happy about or to be scared about. Because usually whenever you get good news, it's never good news.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's something I gotta look into. Is it tax free up to $5,000?
Yeah,
you know, like it's always some bullshit, bro. There's always a catch, bro. There's always a catch. Like even with you, bro. Like the first question I asked you was, "What are you selling me?" I look at your profile. I see that motivational quote at the top. I see your poses. I see the haircut. Automatically, I'm assuming you're selling me something, right? But that's me being an assumer right there. I like to assume things. You know, it says entrepreneur.
Yeah, no, bro.
So I thought
I'm not
you were
trying
trying
to
to sell
sell
us
shit, bro.
something.
I'm out here. I'm trying to learn code. I'm trying to add value to the Web3. Right now, I'm doing some like crypto zombie coding shit. It's teaching me how to code in Solidity. So we'll be seeing some cool shit soon. But I ain't got nothing yet. I'm trying to sell it. I'm just trying to add value and positivity where I can.
Appreciate you, fam.
Wait, what was the capital gains tax thing that you mentioned?
Nah, I'm gonna look into it, but he said if you move to Germany's not gonna tax crypto if you hold it for 1 year.
That's not bad.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look further into that. That's
I think
crazy.
what do you call it? Oh, you pinned it. Oh yeah, I think I tagged you in it, but
When did that article
10
come
hours
out?
ago.
Just now? You know, I find it funny, right? Germany's pretty damn close to Russia, right? And I feel like, again, it's a giant chess move. Russia's about to start attracting miners. Miners fled Russia and Ukraine. Where did they go? They went to Poland. They went to Germany.
Bro,
And
why would Germany is the last place that would like collaborate with Russia right now? Where
fam,
do you think the
what?
EU
Yo,
is?
where did anyone else understand what I just said? Like this moron Shield just did? Anyone on this stage understood what I just said like this idiot just understood it? Fam,
Yeah.
they're not collaborating with each other. There were a lot of miners in Russia and Ukraine. When the war started, if you went and looked at the flight maps, there was like, it looked like fireworks, and each speck of fucking firework was an airplane running out of those two countries, fam. They went to Poland, they went to Germany, they went to Turkey, they went all but anywhere but Ukraine and Russia. All the close areas that were safe to them to go as miners. And now Russia is automatically becoming this crypto friendly, and we welcome miners and we're unbanning Bitcoin to attract them to come back. What chess play does Germany have to put into effect to prevent that from happening, to keep that money in